From Bethel High School in Hampton, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Girls Basketball. The Hurricanes of Heritage taking on the Bruins of Bethel. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Bethel High School for tonight's contest between the Heritage girls team and the Bethel girls team. And right now, let's go courtside as Bob has head coach Dwight Robinson of the Heritage girls basketball team.
Well, Coach, we got a second chance to see you this year. How's your girls progressing?
We're coming along. Right now we got a couple injuries and two key players for us, a starter and our sixth man hurt right now, or well, they're out for various reasons. And we're coming along though. We're getting a little bit more patient, and that's our biggest thing. We need to learn how to be patient.
And you know, and that's one of the hardest things to teach young kids, that get out there and get excited to be patient. Things will come to you. What do you do in practice to work on that?
Well, we try to simulate as much as possible, the trapping, the pressure man-to-man, you know, because those are things that we try to do. So we try to simulate as much as possible. We try to, you know, slow the tempo down in practice a little bit sometimes, but pick the defensive intensity up, you know, but try to slow the offense down and try to be real disciplined in what we're trying to get accomplished.
Well, you sound like you got on the right page now if you get them to pay attention.
Well, I hope so. I hope it shows that tonight.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Go back to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob. Tonight's contest brought to you by Zooms with 6 convenient Peninsula locations, and in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, where the manager is Nancy Staten. Let's go back courtside as Bob has head coach Patrice Calloway of the Bethel High School team.
Well, Patrice, you've had a lot of hard luck this year, not only in games, but injury-wise.
Yes,
You've got 3 gals that won't play any action tonight.
That's exactly right. Our subs have been practicing very, very well, so we're looking forward to what they're going to do for us tonight. They're just going to have to step up and play big.
Well, and I know you constantly are the pressure type of basketball, and that's to try to keep the other team out of their offensive rhythm.
That's exactly right.
How are the youngsters?
They're responding very, very well. You know, you expect some mistakes, but this is the second half of the season, so they're a year older already.
That's always helpful, isn't it?
That's right. That's
well,
right.
Listen, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Good. Let's go back over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Calloway. The standings for these two teams: Bethel with a 6-7 overall record, and the girls of Heritage, better known as the Hurricanes, are 7-4 under Coach Dwight Robinson. I want to remind you that we will also have the boys contest for you here on Channel 46 between these two schools. That'll be coming up here at on Channel 46. Check the time for that replay of the game. This game, of course, videotaped on the 2nd of February, the year 2001. And Bob, I understand that between you and I, we have one semi-decent voice.
And if you hear Scotty talk tonight, you can't even hear him. He's got what you had last Friday night. Sounds like the Godfather, you know.
I heard someone. I thought there was some kind of attack in the van because I heard this. Are you ready to go on, Tim? I said, there he is. All right, the officials tonight: Walter Hamlin and Jerry Sprouse.
Those are the young men who are going to do the game tonight, Tim. Talked to him. You know, the one of them came up to me and says, "How come you guys are so good to Steve?" Was Kipley?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I says, because he's real nice to us. I says, when he comes over, he's a gentleman. He slips us a little money. No, I didn't tell him that.
When I was coming in, and as you know,
Steve Whitley.
Yeah, I was running a little behind. I got caught in a big traffic jam on Todd's Lane. I don't know what's going on, but as I walked by, the official said to me, "By the way, I got news for you. You're fired." And I, of course, explained to him that you can't fire me because I quit.
There you go. Tim, we will pick a player of the game from the Bruins tonight, and that player will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc. They're located at Tab Square on Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwald is owner. The shirt comes from the Island of Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Well, you don't sound so bad. Your voice is coming back to you.
Oh, my voice wasn't bad. It was just the, I was coughing, and I got through the interviews without coughing. I felt real good about that.
Well, I got to tell you, I think the entire world is experiencing some kind of respiratory illness during the last 3 weeks. I have not met a soul recently that either hasn't just gotten over it or is just coming down with it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's just been one of those things.
Yep. But anyway, we're here. We are troopers. We're not going to give up on you. Let's look at the lineup for the Heritage team as they're being introduced. That's Danielle Rogers, number 3. Also number 14, Tara Williams. Number 40 is Erica Bailey.
Forward, Alicia Burke.
Number 10.
Number 10,
Yeah.
Alicia Burke.
Dana Black.
And the final starter to be announced is Dana Black, number 50. And, of course, you had a chance to meet head coach Dwight Robinson a little earlier.
And that's young lady Dana Black, Tim, just a junior, 6'1".
Now for the homestanding Lady Bruins. And I did not pick up the name of the Augustin? Tasha Jones, number 21. Second player to be introduced.
Forward, Angie Cunningham.
Angela Cunningham, or we'll call her Angie from this point on, number 22.
Forward, Minnie Simmons.
Shamika Simmons.
And at the third guard position, Asia Carroll.
And Asia Carroll will round out the starters for Patrice Callaway's, as you heard in Bob's interview, severely short-handed, if you will.
Oh, well, let me tell you, Tim, they've lost Veronica Johnson for the season with an ACL injury. Amber Dorsey got a concussion in the last game Tuesday night, so she's not dressed tonight. And Amanda Walker's already had an operation. She's going through rehab. And those three young ladies played a lot of minutes, and they're going to be hard to replace.
Well, I liked Patrice Callaway's point of view. She said, you know, they're a year older now. This is the second half of the season. They've got some experience, and the, if you will, the non-starters, I don't like to call them subs, but the players who haven't traditionally started have a necessity right now to step up. So we'll see how they do.
Well, they're going to have to, Tim. It's just it's not much of a choice.
All right, we are underway. 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. Those of you that may not be familiar, no shot clock. There is, of course, the 10-second timeline, and a possession arrow will determine on tie-ups and situations where you have the need to determine that, which you usually use a jump ball. The only time they jump is to start the game and if an overtime period is necessary.
Well, you see the difference in the strategy of the two teams right off. Heritage is in a zone against Bethel. They're going to try to make them beat them from the outside. Bethel, again, plays that pressure defense. They're going to play man-to-man. Sometimes they'll pick you up full court. Right now they're picking them up as they cross the midcourt line. But different strategies for both of these two coaches.
Traveling call turns it over to the Bruins. And now a bad pass, saved nicely at the end line, however, right to a Hurricane. That's Williams giving to Rogers. Now she'll feed to Burke, who wants to work it down low, does so. Nice shot, won't go, however. And the ball is lost out of bounds, last touched by the Lady Bruins.
Well, Tim, what the Bruins are going to face, they're going to have to do some real blocking out because they are really giving up a lot of height advantage.
Inbound pass almost stolen by the Lady Bruins, but they knock it out of bounds. That was a good hustle on the part of Natasha Jones, number 21. And the turnover by the Canes. So we've played a little more than a minute, and neither team yet able to put a point on the board.
And I think there's been two shots, one taken at each end, and that was it.
And a little ragged start, but hopefully they'll get it underway.
So 1-3-1 zone that the Lady Canes are in.
Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Long rebound comes out to the Canes. They've pushed up the floor nicely. Contact and a foul will be called. The shooter will be Tara Williams.
And that was Tamisha Augustin, Tim, but that was a good foul because she had a chance to cut in front of her. Quickness on this Bethel team is just unbelievable. Watch the read. There you see the end of it and the foul. But it was a good foul. It wasn't a hard foul, but it blew her concentration. So she really, now you got to make two shots to get to 2 points.
And she does hit the first. Second one no good, but the offensive rebound by the Canes. The stick back is no good. Loose ball, last touched out of bounds by Hurricanes, so it'll belong to the Bruins.
So the Bruins are going to have to block out, but Tim, they're going to have to block out further away from the basket. They're just they're letting the taller Canes get inside on them.
This is Asia Carroll, Augustin. Bruins swing it around, baseline double team. Shot put up, an air ball taken by the Canes. This ball was taken out of the air by Erica Bailey. This is Danielle Rogers, and she travels. Good defense, causing the turnover by Natasha Jones.
Now, she's just a freshman, Tim, Natasha is.
The last time we were here, I inadvertently referred to her as Natasha Davis for a good part of the game, for which I apologize.
Well, she probably has an eye on you over here. So
well, I did. I caught it halfway through the second half, I think it was, and realized what a mistake it was, and do apologize for that. Augustin has to give it up. Asia Carroll in the middle.
Oh, nice move by the freshman.
Did everything right.
Yeah, just didn't get the roll.
Everything right but the shot to go down. Still 1-0 Canes as we are at the 5:40 mark of the first period. Again, this game videotaped on the 2nd of February, the year 2001. Coming to you from the recently renovated gym here at Bethel High School, a beautiful facility. Now, that should be traveling, and it is.
It was.
Good defense.
Good job defensively that time. Got the hand right on the ball and knocked it out of her hand, but she caught it and came down with it, so.
That's the 5th turnover for the Canes here in the early going, as we've played a little more than 2.5 minutes. Still 1-0 Hurricanes. Bad pass.
Well, that cross court trying to skip, but you got, oh, nice hustle, Tim.
Same thing the other way. Now the Bruins, they
went off
have to go off the foot of Bailey.
But what a good hustle by the freshman, Natasha Jones.
So much of defense, and I'll state the most obvious here, is anticipation.
Absolutely.
So that was a good job on her part. Bruins still looking for their first points. Ball knocked loose and stolen by the Canes. Finally brought under control, and the bank is in by Williams. So Tara Williams has all 3 of the Hurricanes' points. Jones and Carroll. Now Augustin gets it, and that one won't stay down. Offensive rebound, good job underneath, and she is fouled.
Yeah, and that's Chamika, and she goes by Mimi, by the way, Simmons.
Mimi,
so call her Mimi.
Mimi Simmons. Foul was charged to Dana Black, her first team foul.
I walked into the gym, Tim, and there's one guy looked over to me, he's an elderly guy, and he says, "You interviewed me." I said, "Oh, no."
I didn't mean to.
He played for Phoebus back in '86. The other guy says, "I played for him in '84." And I said, "Y'all making me feel old."
These older guys?
Years, yeah.
These older guys, is that what you said?
Oh, they were older than you and me.
Most people are. There you see Miss Calloway looking on. And Bruins still can't get in the score column.
Well, they got a point. Where'd they get the point from? Might have made a free. Somebody made a free throw.
I must have been when I looked away.
It had to be.
So they got the first.
Mimi.
Apologize, I missed one there. We were chatting. I looked away, and by golly, they scored one on me. Bruins get it back. Now the loose ball, and a good job of kicking it down the floor. Nice pass, good shot, didn't go. Follow-up does go. That one will be credited to Alicia Burke, number 10.
The difference in this game right now is the rebounds that the Hurricanes are getting.
6-2 in rebounds.
Yep, 6-2 is the category according to Mr. Killen, Mr. Instant Stat Man to my left here. 6-2 the margin on offensive and defensive rebound. And again, one shot is all they're getting.
Well, and I feel like that the Bruins are kind of a little out of sync. And Tim, when you lose 3 starters, you're going to be a little out of sync.
Nice bucket underneath.
Oh, nice back screen.
Karen
that freed the young lady up. Who was it that made it?
Karen Clements.
Yeah, she got a nice offside screen. That 1-3-1, you just really got them mixed up right now.
Nice move.
That was a good drive.
That was an excellent drive by Jones.
You got to penetrate that zone, Tim. And then if they don't pick you up, you got the layup. If you don't, then you hit one of the youngsters underneath. A good job that time by, who was that? That was Natasha.
Yeah, and that's a nice job at the other end of the floor to find the open player all alone. Alicia Burke was all alone, and the pass perfectly thrown. She followed up with the easy bucket and expands the lead to 9-3. And Coach Callaway says, we've got to get a timeout here.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Hey, let's talk about Zooms. With 6 convenient locations throughout the peninsula, 5 in Hampton and 1 near my place.
Yeah, and are they back in business now?
Oh, they've never been out of business. They've just seen a slight drop in the business since I've been watching my calorie intake, but I'm still stopping there to get my quality Citgo gasoline.
There you go. Tim, we got, I'll let you know what the schedule for the rest of the year is once I get it squared away here. I had it out, I thought, but.
What schedule is that?
These teams got to play. The Bruins have to play Phoebus, Menchville, Warwick, and Denby. So they got 4 more games after tonight before the district tournament.
Bruins down by 6, 2:43 left in the first period. Again, they're just not getting that movement. The zone defense is playing extremely well. Keens using that height advantage.
There you go.
Get it inside.
Just a nice little flash into the lane.
So Augustin gets the bucket and cuts the difference to 4. Double team. Good job of getting it through that double team. Burke is open and hits the jumper.
Oh, nice touch on that ball.
Alicia Burke has 3 baskets, and that's the difference in the game, 6. Augustin will try the 3. Hit it!
Well, that'll cut it down to 1.5 baskets real quick.
Sure will.
Or 1 3-pointer.
1 3, 2 twos, -1.
Drug her pivot foot. That's what that pressure defense will do. He'll start taking his toll.
That's what they're going to need to do. They need to stop the Hurricanes from just going down the court.
I see one of our referees for the second game.
Nice feet underneath, good block. Knocked out of bounds. I believe they'll say the Canes touched it last. That's quite a husky voice Mr. Bowers has there.
Yeah, he was trying to say, I think that was Tamisha Augustin's mother. It's in the stands right there.
Shot up and no good, but a foul has been called on the play.
Scotty is definitely not singing Figaro tonight.
That's her with the glow pop or whatever that is that they've got going on there. At the free throw line for the Bruins will be Angie Cunningham. She'll get a couple of shots. The foul was called against Erica Bailey. That's her first. And Cunningham off the rim with the first of 2.
Angela's just a junior, 5'8". You really work on this as a coach. It just kills you. You work on free throws. And if you got a chance to see the Duke game last night, Duke could not buy a free throw.
No, I didn't watch that. I watched something. The heck I didn't watch that. If you're a basketball fan, what a game is right.
And the batters they played, they were in it right to the end.
Yeah. Great job in that game by our former Hampton star, Ronald Curry. Played an excellent game.
Oh, he did that.
Nice move underneath. Good job by Alicia Burke. She's got 4 baskets now.
Could have had
the lead is back up to 5.
Could have had an offensive foul, Tim. It was a blocking foul underneath there. When she set in the screen, she came up and pushed, and that's illegal, but they got away with it.
Is he one of ours?
Oh, yeah, he's doing a little thing for you and I. That's Mike Nowinski. So smile at Mike, Tim.
I'm going to have to ask Mike to move because I can't see who hit that last bucket.
Don't make me laugh.
Was that a 2 or a 3, and who hit it? Was that number 10 that got it? Asia Carroll,
we'll
okay.
Give it to her.
I don't want to 3 or 5. Let's watch the replay. We'll pick it up on the replay. Yeah, it was Asia Carroll. There we go. There we go. So Miss Carroll makes this a 2-point ball game. And there we are, by golly, the pretty one to my left here, Mr. Killen. He's the one that gives me all these wonderful stats, and there's Bob signing an autograph over to my right. A rose between 2 thorns.
Who are we talking about, me?
We had a shot of 3 of us. Augustin for 3, just off the heel of the rim, and the ball tipped out of bounds by the Bruins.
Just couldn't quite get it, but I tell you, that young lady can get on a streak, Tim, and just go, go, go.
So what is this gentleman, young man with the camera doing? Is he putting something together?
Yeah, what he's basically doing is videotaping everybody that works at WHCS behind the cameras. And it's not out in front of the cameras very much. And he told me that that's what he was going to do. And I said, well, who are you? He says, Mike Nowinski.
I see. That name's familiar for some reason. Makeup, no, someone said makeup, and then someone else yelled miracle. They said because in order to look good, that's what it would take.
Well, what they want is a little powder on your head.
more like a powder keg is what they needed. Yeah, the glow from my head keeps the lighting bill down here in the building. They don't have to run as many watts.
Hey, they need you out in California.
That's right. In the lane. And the buzzer sounds to end the first period.
I'm having trouble picking up Scotty. He's going to have to hook up the treble on that a little bit.
Get an interpreter. All I got to hear is he sounds like I did last Friday. You and I were talking earlier today. It's a good thing we didn't have a game last Friday night because I think they would have had Bob Killen here.
And he would have been it by himself. I said that to Andy, and I said, I know what Scotty's reaction would have been. Doesn't that go smooth?
Well, you got to go what you got to go with, But fortunately, the timing couldn't have been better because that last Friday night, I had about a whisper was about it, and every 3rd second I was coughing my head off.
Well, I was coughing in between your third, so.
Let's watch the last play here just before the buzzer sounded.
Tim, that's a good job of her of recognizing the time on the clock.
Yep.
She knew she had a couple seconds to go, and the way she went. Zooms has given an award, Tim, to the senior basketball player on each of the teams this year who's demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season. We want to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continued support, not only of WHCS, but also our student athletes.
All right, second period set to get underway. The Canes will have it to start the second stanza.
And Bethel came out in a 1-3-1 zone, but they extended it. They're going to make them take it further from the basket.
Dana Black lost it, but came right to the hands of her teammate Karen Clements, who stuck it in from short range to give the Canes a 4-point lead.
Well, as Patricia would say, that was not a bad sequence. We just didn't get the bounce of the ball that time. But they basically was turning the ball over.
Feed down low, won't go by Simmons. Mimi Simmons unable to convert.
Well, Mimi's got to lean into the Dana Black, the larger gal underneath there with height-wise 6'1", as opposed to Mimi is 5'10", so she's given up about 3 inches, Tim. So what you've got to do is you've got to take advantage, is get a little closer, make her play you tougher, try to draw some fouls.
Traveling called against Dana Black. If you're the Bruins, you want the big girl trying to handle the ball, and that's what they did. They forced her to try and put it on the floor. Now they bounce it inside and a bad pass, and Dana Black returns the favor. So back-to-back turnovers.
That was Kaniqua Jones who the ball was intended for. A nice steal that time by Jones. Natasha.
And the Bruins cannot convert.
Great pass. The young lady running down the court stopped. Should have kept on going. Should have got the ball and been able to shoot a layup. You cannot stop.
Well, that's what experience will do for you. When you get that extra experience, it does help.
Natasha, great job that time.
15-11. The Canes shot won't go, and they knock it out of bounds, so the Bruins will have it.
Go! Bob Cockrell sitting over here to my right also talked about, we must have really said something good about Steve Whitley.
What were we thinking?
I don't know.
Was that money? Was that under-the-table money we like so much?
I tell you, I got to clue in Robert to let him know.
And it doesn't have to be a lot. A couple of hundred. Now, Bob Cockrell, that's a young man who's been officiating around the peninsula for a couple of years.
He sure has.
Does a great job. 3-on-1. Augustin will pull up, hit it short, and Asia Carroll can't control it out of bounds. Did he tell you who the rest of his cohorts are tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
Joe Ty and Kevin Ricks.
Oh, yeah, we're starting to see the same guys.
Kevin was with Steve Whitley last night, so he's going to expect to have us do a good job again.
Yep.
I mean, talking about the officials.
Little more than 6 minutes left here in the first half. We're stuck on 15-11 in favor of Heritage. Heritage and the Lady Bruins. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Asia Carroll. And one wanted to call a travel. The other said, no, we got a foul call.
Well, he was calling a travel, which is she was sitting on the ground and had the ball in her hand and stood up. You got to dribble it to bring it up. But evidently the foul happened before she stood up.
7 turnovers during a period of less than 3 minutes in a row here. Neither team able to hold on to the ball, as evidenced by the fact we've played more than 2 minutes in the second period, and we've only had 2 points scored. Ashley Faison in the ball game now for the Bruins. She's the one with the ball. Also on the court is
with this zone. It's almost like a 3-2 zone now.
They work it down low for Mimi, and she got it that time.
She got a fake, got the young lady Dana Black off her feet, converted the easy jumper.
So Simmons makes it a 2-point game, and now we've got a foul called against Carroll. Asia Carroll picks up the personal, her first.
Asia, of course, going to Seton Hall next year on a track scholarship. Will probably also play basketball up at Seton Hall. Well, congratulations to her. That was
watch the replay here. You'll see the foul, and actually, I understand she is on a basketball scholarship.
Okay, she's going to run track.
Yeah,
also.
That's just the second team foul against the Bruins. Canes being harassed, double team on the ball. They get it to Rogers. Now Burke. Burke has it blocked, but a foul on the play. So it would look like a pretty good defensive play. Got a little bit too much body contact.
Well, she got the ball, but she got a little more than the ball. So
that'll be, here's your replay. That'll show you.
And she brought her arm down hard.
Yep.
And that'll get a foul quicker than anything else.
Burke at the free throw line, off the heel of the rim, no good. 1 out of 3 in the game so far for the Canes from the free throw line. 1 out of 4 for the Bruins.
Well, neither one of them are burning up the nets on the foul shot.
Burke hits the second one. So it's a 3-point difference as we hit the 4:50 mark of the first half. And good job of stealing the ball by Tara Williams on 14.
She did a great job, Tim, but kind of a lazy pass.
Black at the high post. Layup no good. Loose ball knocked out of bounds by Burke.
both these teams are a little out of sync on their offense. When the Bruins are playing the man-to-man, the Lady Canes did a great job of running their offense to get there, got some nice, easy shots, but against this zone, they're having a little hard time. Nice little low touch on the ball.
Simmons, second time she's hit a basket here in the first half, and it cuts it to a 1-point difference. This is as close as the Bruins have been. Jumper, nothing but net. That was a quick shot by Danielle Rogers. So just as the Bruins close it to 1, the Canes return the favor. Now Black steals underneath. Reach in, knocked the ball away, but got it right back. No foul called. Just got it across the timeline. Open shooter, up and no good. Rebound to Burke. Her shot won't go. And the board is cleared by Mimi Simmons. Bruins down by 3. Asia Carroll spots up for 3. No good, but loose ball for Simmons, and she will force a shot up. Could have kicked it back outside, which is in
that would have been the wiser
right
thing to do because she was double teamed, Tim.
Yep. Well, she needed someone to come to her too. She didn't have anybody making a motion to get to her to help her out. You got to go to the person when they stop the dribble like that. You've got to help them out. Burke underneath with the offensive board, but she has it knocked away.
But she turned right into Mimi Simmons, Tim, and Mimi knocked the ball away.
Again, the Bruins have it, down by 3. 15 for the Bruins, 18 for the Canes. As we're under 3 minutes to go in the half. Simmons, she'll kick it back outside. Carroll for 3, got it!
Oh, got the squared up, shoulder square, nice rotation on the ball. Plenty of time, nobody rushed to her.
And we've got a tie ball game, and now a timeout has been called by Cunningham, or check that, Robinson rather, for the Canes. And we are tied at 18. 2:43 left in the first half. Each team has had difficulty scoring here in the second period. Got some more schedule stuff? Watch the replay of that last 3. Watch this pretty rotation. Nice. That's just the way you draw it up.
Yeah, and when you're head up and top of the key, it's almost like shooting a free throw, just a little further back, and nobody really came at her hard, so she could take her time and get a good rotation on the ball.
Look at that, a baby shot number 1 tonight, and look at that sweet little baby.
Well, I tell you, we've got some baby shots that's just been unreal this year. I told you I had a new grandbaby, didn't I?
Well, you said one was on the way.
Oh, no, she was born the 16th of January. Heather Renee, 6 pounds, 11 ounces up in Richmond, and just as cute as she can be. And Mom and Daddy are both doing well and growing like a weed. She got, Tim, I hate to say that she got a whole lot more hair than you got. She has got a head of hair. I couldn't believe it.
I got a bowling ball that has more hair than I've got.
That's strange. This guy said it was a bowling ball between 2 pins.
Well, there you go.
Not sure whether I like that or not. There we go. Final 2:42 of the first half. Ball knocked away, therefore a non-call on the double dribble. Feed left side, won't go. And loose ball controlled underneath by the Lady Bruins. Good pass down the court, but it's knocked away by the Canes.
That was a good thought. She just needed to put a little more air into that ball.
That was a tough pass.
Yeah, well, came straight, didn't have any arc on it at all.
Did not have, well, that's a long, when you bounce past almost the length of the floor, it's not going to get too much height on it. All right, still tied up at 18. Augusta, and she should get a foul.
She had that chance for a 4-point play, Tim.
Yes, she was backed into. I don't know whether they called it.
Yes, they did.
Because it was after the shot. She had let the ball go, but the defender backed into her. Watch this and see if you pick it up. You're going to see it to the right of your screen. Pass is going to come right back to her. And then you can see her bumped off her feet.
Oh, there was no doubt about that.
Well, it's just, sometimes the officials will look away after the ball is, she was not fouled while shooting the ball, but after she released the ball, she was clearly fouled. So a chance for a 4-point play. You just don't see that one very often.
Well, you sure don't.
But that gives a 4-point lead to the Bruins. So they have hung in there in spite of their injuries and short number of eligible players because of those injuries. So I'm sure Patrice Callaway's got to be real happy with their effort here in the first half. against the
We
team.
get some illegal screens, but they're getting by with them.
Canes with a winning record now, 7-4 on the season. Shot too strong. Nice stick back by number
excellent.
40, Erica Bailey. She didn't even hold on to that ball. It was almost one motion. Good job on the stick back. And we've got a blocking foul on the baseline. Neither team over the limit. That's just the 5th team foul against the Canes. That one will be whistled down against Jessica Bowers, her 2nd. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Asia Carroll comes over to the sideline. I thought for a minute she was coming out. And I guess she did. All right. Augustin with the ball, and the Bruins holding on to a 2-point lead. Good job of anticipating that. I'll tell you, I'm real impressed with Tara Williams.
Well, and that's what she's supposed to do on that zone, is come back in and protect that middle. She did that, came in and just took the ball right out of the hands of the Bruins.
She throws up a 3-pointer, and it's off the mark. Back come the Bruins. Started to try the fast break and then wisely held up. Top of the key, Jones. Shot partially blocked. Loose ball battled for. And still loose, now finally controlled by the Canes as we're down to 1:16 to go in the half. Good job of finding Burke. Shot doesn't go, but she'll get a pair. And that was a good foul too, because otherwise it was an easy bucket. She got just enough of the ball and the player to prevent the basket. That will be the 2nd foul against Cunningham. Here's the replay. It's a good job of finding Burke, and then Cunningham said, no, not on my watch, you're going to make an easy layup like that.
I just want to know, did you get your money from Andre Mattingly yet?
No.
Okay, I didn't either. I just wanted to know.
Well, we've got to talk to Andre.
Anyway, he's doing slow motion tonight. We got
he's not in slow motion, but he's doing slow motion.
Ron Bate and Susan Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton are on the cameras. Don Strauss is the engineer. Andy Foley doing graphics and audio, and Scotty is trying to tell other people what to do, but they're not listening to him because
that sign language is tough to communicate over the wires, isn't it?
Yeah.
3-pointer from Augustin. That's her 2nd. That's the 4th 3-pointer of the first half for the Bruins. And that gives them a 5-point lead. That's their biggest of the game. For Burke underneath, and again the hard foul. Gonna make it at the free throw line.
Well, she's not doing that well at the free throw line. That's not a bad foul.
Oh, no, not at all. And that was a good headsy play by Natasha Jones, the freshman, because you're absolutely right. Burke is only 1 of 4, and otherwise you got an easy 2. This way you have to earn it at the stripe. As long as you're not in any foul trouble, it's well worth it. This time she does make them pay as Burke is able to convert. She's 2 out of 5 now. And Jones will check out of the game, and in her place will come Asia Carroll. Burke, 10 points in the first half. And cannot hit the 2nd one. Loose ball battled for and controlled by the Canes. Shot put up, no good, and we've got a foul underneath. Looks like one of the Bruins crashed the boards.
Red, right here.
I believe that's going to be number 3 on Angie Cunningham. Yep, that's what it is, her 3rd non-shooting foul. That's the 6th team foul against the Bruins, so the next foul would be a 1-and-1. We're down to a little more than half a minute to go. Jumper put up good just inside the 3-point line. That was by Rogers, and it makes it a 2-point difference. The Bruins by 2.
And there, Bethel going to play for 1 shot.
17 seconds. In the middle. Shot doesn't go. Ball battled for underneath, and Burke had it. And it looked like it hit the end line. Oh, could have been called the other way. 7.5 seconds remaining.
Well, I thought they were going for the last shot. Evidently they weren't.
Well, I think they were, but I think she just got
when you get that open 10-footer, you got to take it.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like that layup, you know. If you can make the easy bucket, you got to go for it. But that one didn't work. That was a travel they didn't catch.
Yeah.
Shuffled her feet before she threw it. Loose ball underneath, and that's going to do it for the first half. So a spirited first half. The Canes led by 2 after 1. And in the second period, the Bruins outscore the Canes by 4, and they take a 2-point lead into the locker room at halftime. We'll return to Bethel High School with the third period of action after this brief timeout. 5 and the Canes 23 in the first half. Let's see what Bob's got for me here. He's got some new ways of doing these things. I got to figure out what he's got. Scoring-wise, the Bruins were led by Augustine with 9 points. She has 2 threes, a 2, and a free throw. So she sampled them all. 7 points for Asia Carroll. She had a pair of 3-pointers and a free throw. 2 points for Natasha Jones on a basket. Angela Cunningham went to the free throw line, was unable to hit on either of her attempts. And Mimi Simmons had 5 points on 2 baskets and 1 of 2 free throws. 3 out of 6 for the Lady Bruins from the free throw line. For the Canes of Heritage, they were paced by Alicia Burke, and she had 10 points on 4 baskets and 2 out of 5 free throws. Looks like, check that, 2 out of 6 free throws. The other scoring was Karen Clements on 2 baskets for 4 points. Tara Williams had 3 points on a basket and 1 of 2 free throws. Danielle Rogers 4 points on 2 baskets, and Erica Bailey 1 basket, 2 points all totaled in the first half.
I'm trying to put that in the bottom for you.
I'm looking for my totals.
As Al Lewis and his wife Elizabeth sitting in the stands watching the game.
Watching the game, having a bud. Is that what you said?
No, not having no bud.
No bud.
No bud.
This is yours again.
Oh, I finally get my thing back.
All right, second half just underway. We get a clear path of vision here. Bruins by 2. They were down by 2 after 1 and outscored the Canes in the second period to lead by 2 at halftime. Ball loose underneath, swinging around. Augustine, who had a couple of threes. This one's short. She gets it back. Loose ball in the lane. No good. They're going to say she took steps.
I'm not too sure she took a step, but
No, I kind of like the move she made.
I thought you made a good move.
So you're questioning the official's call?
No, I didn't think she traveled. Difference of opinion. Didn't question his call. Although
Could have. Did sound like it. Had a hint to it.
well, yes, I was. You're going to pin me down.
But it wasn't a major question.
No.
It was just kind of iffy. Three-pointer off the mark. And
Let that ball just let her go.
let her rip.
I'm trying to see any adjustments made by either one of these two coaches. See the Heritage has extended their defense. They're playing a 1-2-2 now, and they're bringing it play out to half court.
Bruins do a good job of saving the ball.
Now that might have been a walk.
And Jones can't get it to stay down. It rimmed around and came out. Down the other end, they do convert. That is...
Erica Bailey made a great job. A lot of speed that time.
So Bailey ties the game at 25. And a bad pass at the feet of Augustine.
I see what that 1-2-2 doing. They're trapping at half court with that 1-2-2. And Natasha Jones just threw the ball away.
So the Canes now with a chance to regain the lead.
Bethel still in their zone.
Again, no shot clock in high school ball, so you don't have to fire it up, although it seems like teams get impatient if there's more than a minute goes by and they don't take a shot. And at times they just take a shot to take a shot, you know. And I think that's to the detriment most of the time.
Well, Tim, you run your offense in practice, and you got 2 or 3, 4 passes, and you shoot.
Right.
So you get in the habit of doing that, and the coaches have got to work on, working around. Sometimes it may take you 10 passes before we get where we want to go.
Well, I think the word that comes to my mind is discipline.
Discipline and patience.
And patience. You need to work the ball for the open player, just like that. No, they didn't do that. Burke has it partially blocked. Save at the baseline. Good job. Good hustle. And a foul. The hustle was that of Erica Bailey. She did a good job to keep it alive. Got it to a teammate. Got a shot away and drew the foul.
Well, Tim, one of the things right now that's happening is that Lady Canes are just out hustling and getting the loose balls. And Bruins are playing too much slapping at the ball instead of grabbing the ball, blocking out, playing good heads-up defense.
Mimi Simmons called for the foul. Here's the replay. You're going to see the foul right there. So 1 out of 2 for Bailey. And that gives the Canes the lead back. Not Bailey, but Carroll rather has it stripped, and she does the same on the way back. Good hustle. Knocked it out of bounds, but prevented what might have been an easy play for the Canes. If you just joined us, you're watching the Lady Bruins of Bethel High School and the Lady Hurricanes of Heritage. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz coming to you with the Channel 46 crew, along with Bob Killen doing the stats for us tonight. And it's been a close game. Seesawed back and forth, and a 1-point difference right now as the Bruins will inbound the ball. Asia Carroll comes out, and in her place comes number 31, Kennigan Jones. Knocked away by Burke. And Burke will put it up strong, and she gets fouled.
She calls that blocking foul that time on
Jones.
Natasha.
So that'll be 2 shots coming up for Alicia Burke. She hit 2 of 6 in the first half and led her team with 10 points. Here's the replay of the action that led to the foul shots.
She got there, just couldn't get stopped. Good idea, though.
So Burke has 1 of the 2. And make that 2 out of 2. Gives the Canes a 3-point lead. Ooh, she stepped out of bounds. Good
she
call.
did.
Not that she wasn't perhaps forced out, but she definitely stepped on the sideline.
She might have got a little help, but not enough to cause a foul.
So the Canes will get it back, leading by 3. 5:20 left to go in the 3rd period.
Well, they've outscored the Bruins 5-0 so far in the second half.
This 3rd period brought to you by Zooms. David Allen and the fine folks at Zooms, 6 Peninsula locations. And a nice move to the bucket by Alicia Burke. So she's done a fine job in the ball game. She has 14 on the night, and she gives her team a 5-point lead. Turnaround jumper. Simmons can't get it to stay down.
That's the shot you want.
Burke with the loose ball rebound. Black's shot is short. Kicked out of bounds by one of the Canes. That was the 6th rebound in the ball game for Alicia Burke. So she's not only scoring well, but she's also rebounding well for Heritage. 3-point attempt, short. Long rebound comes out to Dana Black.
But you still got to follow your shot when you make the shot. You can't assume that it's going in. You got to go rebound.
And we've got a foul underneath. I believe they're going to call that one on Simmons. That'll be a player control foul, and that'll be her 2nd. That's the third team foul against the Bruins. The Canes, with 4:12 left in the third period, have yet to commit a team foul. Yeah, that's my brother. No, it's not. Is that what you said, my brother?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, he's got my haircut and my facial hair coloring. And
there he is.
Yep.
He wears glasses. You wear glasses?
I wish I was as thin as he is. I'm working on that.
Well, he's over there with the big coat on. You may not.
Foul is called on Kennigan Jones. That's her first. And it'll send Alicia Burke to the free throw line, where she hit her last 2 attempts. And put the old announcer's jinx on her there.
Well, you've done that a time or two, but that's okay.
What power I have.
You use what you've got.
And she gets the second one. So 3 out of 4 here in the second half. And a 6-point lead for the Canes. Bruins led by as much as 5.
I tell you, I'm impressed with that half-court trap.
Burke wants to get it down low and does for Black, but Black's shot is off the mark and a foul underneath. I believe they're going to call that one against Jones.
That's going to be on Dana Black.
Dana Black, okay. Saw the tail
She
end
went over the top of her, Tim, and I was wondering if he caught that, and obviously he did.
So the Bruins just 2 points. Excuse me, not 2 points, no points here in the third period. And then we've got a whistle, and
we had too many players on the court.
Uh-oh, technical foul. So the Bruins had 6 on the court. Dana Black on the game now. She has 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So the Canes will get a couple of technical foul shots as miscommunication on the sideline sent 6 Bruins onto the court by mistake.
Well, when you go in as a substitute, you got to let the person know who you're going in for. I mean, they don't know if you don't tell them.
Burke misses the first of 2. Yep, there they are. You saw the write-up in the paper about them. 1 out of 2. What they call them? The Dookies?
The little Dookies. Or something or other. Are they going to stand
18-9.
What was that?
I don't even need to repeat it. 18-9. Heritage doubling the rebound of the Bruins. And they lead by 7, their biggest lead of the game. And that'll be a foul on the Bruins. Number 21, Jones, her 3rd. And the Bruins getting themselves in foul trouble now as they have 6 against the team and just 1 against the Canes with 3:28 left in the third.
Well, Tim, they went back to the man-to-man. And I just don't think that they can match up, especially underneath the basket with the Lady Canes. And it's causing them to be a little frustrated. And the Bruins have yet to score. And the Canes have scored 9 points.
Foul called. Last basket was by Karen Clemens. She has 6 points on the night. And a 9-point lead for the Canes. And as you said, we've got 3:15 to go in the third. And the Bruins have yet to register a point. This will be a player control foul. That's just the second team foul, a non-shooting foul. Augustin, who has a couple of threes, drives the lane, put it up and in, and it'll count.
Got a chance for a 3-point play. She's the only Bruin that has really showed a lot of initiative on offense tonight.
So the foul is called against Karen Clemens, her first, the 3rd against the team. And the 3-point play cuts that lead to 6. So the Bruins, if they ever needed a basket, that was the time for it. And a good job of stealing on the inbounds pass. Augustin Jones, left side for Carroll, who's open for three, no good. And a foul underneath. That'll be over the back against the Bruins. That'll be their 7th team foul.
I'll tell you, you got to look at the Hurricanes, Tim. Great job of blocking out underneath the basket. The Bruins are getting one shot and they miss. They're not getting a second opportunity.
That's the 3rd foul on Mimi Simmons and the 7th against the Bruins. So that will send Kelsey Cecil to the free throw line with a 1-and-1. 3:01 to go in the 3rd period, so this could be a long 4th period with the 1-and-1 in place. Watch the replay. We'll see the foul. We'll see that. See that? Not going to see that.
I guess he's not going to see it.
Just teasing us.
Scotty does that.
Andre got happy fingers, huh? I noticed his happy fingers hasn't found his wallet either. We're going to have to talk to him. I guess the last time I'm going to believe the check is in the mail thing. No, we're just kidding. Andre is our newest addition. He's like the baby on the staff. Doing a good job on a replay. Jump ball, and a possession arrow will give it to.
Well, you know, I mentioned something to Andre. I said, Andre, we haven't got anything. He says, neither have I.
Oh, yeah, is that the when I get it, you get it thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Canes have it in the lane. Burke's shot is too strong, and the loose ball is chased down nicely. Good hustle by the Canes. Shot won't go. Loose ball batted around, and now Asia Carroll. I believe that's her first rebound of the ball game. Second. One shot is all the Canes allow that one. Rebound coming and getting in the hands of Tara Williams. 2:22 left in the 3rd. 7-point difference. Foul on the shot. Basket won't go, but a foul has been called. Foul is on Asia Carroll, just her 2nd.
These guys didn't sit next to us last game time, did they?
Well, they're a little further down. Yeah. They're about where we're going to ask them to move, I think. Lucky us. Watch the replay there. And the free throw attempt will not work. 35-28. Heritage on top. Open for the jumper is Augustin. It won't go. Rebound comes to the Bruins, but they can't hold on to it. Nice pull-up jumper.
Oh, nice using the board.
Tara Williams with her 2nd basket and her 5th points. And that was a shove that didn't get called. Good job by Jones to keep her balance without falling into the back court. Short jumper won't go. One shot is all they get. In the game now for the Canes is Tiffany Scott, number 4. She got that last rebound. Williams chased down by Asia Carroll. Williams shot too strong. Loose ball taken. Jones lead pass for Augusta. This should be an easy 2. So Augustin with 5 points. All of her team's points, I should add, here in the 3rd. 1:17 to go, and a timeout has been called by the Canes.
Tim, we will pick a player of the game from the Bruins tonight. That player will receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Engraving Inc. They're located on at Tab Square on Route 17. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwalter's owner. The shirt comes from the Islander Sporting Goods. They're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Saw Susan Bowers on your screen there a moment ago, up there in the nosebleed section, bringing it to. There's Nathaniel Braxton.
Yeah, good shot of that. No rain on his head tonight.
No rain on his head tonight.
Boy, they've done a great job on this gym, and you know they got to be thinking of getting that one at Kickingham down. The one at Kickingham was older than the one here at Bethel High School. So
Kickingham is older than Methuselah, I think.
It's been there a while.
Time to redo. Hopefully they'll get that done before too long. Nice steal. Can't get the shot to go, and a tie-up. And the possession arrow will give it to the Bruins with 1:08 to go in the third.
Tamisha doing a good job, Tim, of scoring, not only scoring, but playing some good defense.
5 steals for her tonight. Trapped in the corner, does a good job to get into the lane, put the runner up, got it.
Got the bounce.
She's got 7 here in the third, all of her team's points, and the lead is 5. Had been 9. Oh,
she's got to be aware where the ball is.
Well, she was looking at her the player she was guarding and didn't see the ball, and there's an easy bucket at the other end. That drives you crazy as Tiffany Scott gets the easy layup. Just looked away for a second. Had that ball if she hadn't. Ball knocked away by the Canes. It'll still belong to the Bruins with 33.2 ticks of the clock left here in the third. Game moving right along. Don't forget, we'll have the boys contest between these two schools. The Bethel boys team, 12-1 in the district.
Got a 3-game lead.
Yep. You got what, after tonight, only 4 games left.
That's right.
So if they can win tonight, they'll all but clinch it. And Augustine kicks it out of bounds. They're going to, officials look at it, they weren't sure. They didn't see it, I did, but I'm not going to tell because it didn't count anyway.
No, it went off of Tamisha's foot, but neither one of them saw it, so you call a jump ball, which means the possession arrow is in the favor of the Hurricanes, which it should have been that way anyway.
But they burn a possession arrow.
Yeah, well, that's part of the problem.
Well, that happens, you know. You can't see everything. Got 2 officials out there. And they throw it away. That ball should come right back to where it was thrown, and it will. All right, so the Bruins dodge a bullet there. 7 points is the difference. Canes led after 1. The Bruins led after 2. Canes are going to lead after 3 unless something drastically changes here. Clock did not start on that restart. The clock is still frozen at 14 seconds. Trying to get the officials' attention. This clock is out. That clock has not restarted.
Yeah.
And the scorekeeper was yelling over to the officials. We lost power, apparently. There's no possession arrow light, and there's no... there it comes back on. Let's see if the scoreboard will come back on.
Yeah, they lost about 5 or 6 seconds at least.
Yeah, it was 14 seconds. I looked up to see how much time was left. Now they've got it squared away. Someone must have kicked the plug out of the socket or something. It was 14 seconds, and it looked like they burned about 5 or 6, but, you know, really doesn't make much difference. Just give the ball back to them. No shot clock, so there's no foul. If there was a shot clock, it wouldn't be in play because the possession started with less than 15 seconds to go.
43.
Officials are going to discuss it. There you see them in your picture. That's Walter Hamlin and Jerry Sprouse. So they've decided where they're going to have their pizza after the game.
And they're going to tell Dwight and Patricia, okay, now this is what you all bring the drinks.
That's right.
And we'll
get
the pizza.
And we'll watch the second half of whatever game is on tonight. This is an awful lot of discussion over a second.
Well, Tim, you know time went off the clock. They're not sure how much time went off the clock. Maybe you just go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
And start from where it was just before the time went out, you know, where the time went off the clock. I don't know if that's a fair way to do it or what.
Holy guacamole, that's all I can say, Batman. Let's see what they're going to do. Whatever it is, let's do it. Just an inbounds play, I think, right? Yeah, it goes back to where the pass originated when it was out of bounds.
Right.
Previously, so they're going to leave 14 seconds on the clock. Bruins will have it down by 7. So we're back in business now. Jones will fire it up, in and out. She's had 2 of them like that tonight. And the Canes trying to get a shot off before the buzzer. They do. Tiffany Scott hits her second basket of the third period.
Do a great job of running the floor and keeping her head up to see who's open.
All right now as the third period has come to an end, we're going to go back over to Ron ESPN Baden. There he is. that masked man?
The one who was
A.G. Womble.
He didn't even stop and say hi or nothing.
I know, I tell you.
He snubbed us.
That's all right. We know where he lives. There he is. Our former colleague and friend, or is that former
friend and colleague.
A.G. Womble. Those of you who have long memories can remember when A.G. used to do interviews on the sidelines down in the old days when we first started doing stuff here, when it was still Channel 5 or 29 or whatever it was we were at the time. That is he with the steel gray helmet on there. To the right of your picture. 8 minutes left in regulation. 9-point lead for the Canes. They trailed by 2 at halftime. So they've turned this around pretty well. Outscored the Bruins 18-7.
Oh!
Off the glass. Asia Carroll with a 2-pointer. So the Bruins cut the lead down to 7. Full court pressure. They'll try and trap the ball handler. They do a good job of it, and it is stolen. Creates the turnover. Open is Jones for 3, too long. Got to work the ball around. You work that hard to get the ball on defense, you might as well work the ball for a shot. For 3, short, long rebound. Off the glass, nice play by Danielle Rogers. He's got 6 points, and it's back up to a 9-point difference. And Stevens here, I noticed her, Ann, along with her fiance, Alonzo Sherry of the Daily Press fame. Asia Carroll gets too far underneath. They'll kick it out. Augustin will try the 3. No. Long rebound, loose ball. Jones underneath. No good.
Oh, but that was a nice move.
Offensive board. Simmons no good. Loose ball batted around, finally taken by the Canes, and then stolen by Jones. Put it up. Yes. So
She's going to keep at it until she gets it. Nice hustle.
Natasha Jones just constantly hustling, as you said, to get to the right place, get the ball. She did it, put it in. And now the Canes turn it over after the pressure. Good job on the defense.
Bruins have stepped up their defensive pressure, Tim, and have caused a couple turnovers here and get right back in this game in a heartbeat.
Well, I'll tell you what else they've done. They hit the 7-team foul mark with 3 minutes to go in the third period. We've played almost 2 minutes of the fourth period, and they've only allowed 1 foul, so they've avoided the fouls while they've stepped up that pressure, and that's not easy to do. A little bit of this action while we're watching some of the replay. This is where Jones stuck with it and got the basket. I want to remind you that his fourth period is brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where the manager is Nancy Staten. They are conveniently located at the Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue in Hampton. For a tour of the new facility, please stop by or give them a call at 827-4670. Ronnie hasn't sent me the check, by the way.
Ronnie State hadn't sent you the check?
No. He and Andre are in the same group here.
I think so, but I tell you something about Staten. Ronnie Staten's got the money.
I heard that.
He's got the money.
Heard that. Hey, I understand. Speaking of his name, for some reason, reminded me of the golf course.
Yeah.
You having your surgery next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, they're going to go back and you're like the old teacher. You make them do it over and over until they get it right.
Well,
but I will at the everything goes according to plan. I will have my arm in a sling come the
game of the night.
Game when we do Hampton and Kickotan.
That'll be next Friday night. The 9th of February, we'll be at Kickotan High School at the, hopefully in the near future, to be renovated gymnasium. How is that for a pitch?
That's a good plug.
Now, will you have the same recovery period all over again? Is that what's going to happen here? Is that same surgery?
Everything the same.
Oh, boy.
Let's just hope the results aren't the same.
So if I tell you that I went out and played 18 holes over at Smithfield on Tuesday, that would probably make you mad, right? Or Wednesday, when it was 68 degrees.
It wouldn't make me mad, but make me real envious. No, I'd be happy for you, I tell you.
Tried out my new golf clubs.
How'd they do?
Well, they proved one thing. It ain't the clubs.
So all this.
No. I hit him better. I hadn't played since early October. So, you know, I had 2 pars and nearly had a birdie.
Boy, I tell you, the Bruins are really missing some easy shots inside.
That one won't go. That wasn't so easy, but a foul is called. We had a bus unload here for a minute there. We had about 18
Well,
guys.
you wait till the boys' game, and they all come, and they'll stand right over here.
No, they won't. Because we're going to take Incremenius and stick him on him.
Where is Big Incremenius? Well, we need him.
Where is he when you need him? There, that's the replay. You saw that. Foul was called against Dana Black. That is her 4th. And it will send Asia Carroll to the free throw line. Anyway, I won't belabor the point, but I did hit the ball pretty well considering I hadn't played in over 3 months, and the irons did feel much better. They're a better quality club than I was using, and with time I will improve. You know?
Well, so you got a set of clubs now you can sell Andy.
That's true. I do.
Here comes the boss, Alan Davis.
Waving to the crowd.
Yeah, he's coming over to check out this game.
One out of 2 for Asia. 6 points is the only difference now, and stolen on the inbound. Good job by Mimi Simmons. Drive the lane, dish left side, put it up, no.
Oh, we had a foul.
Lots of contact, but no foul. Asia Carroll works it down low. Simmons, that's the way you do it. Muscle up there, can't get it to go.
Whoa!
Jones just has it taken away by Tiffany Scott. Good play. Stolen right back. Asia Carroll, they got a 3-on-1. Bounce pass to Augustin. She'll put it up and in.
Nice fake by Augustin.
20 turnovers in the game for the Canes. And a nice job working the ball underneath by Alicia Burke. She's done a real fine job in this ball game.
You get that ball close underneath that basket.
And basket will.
Whoa! That's what you call continuation.
Saw one of those last night in the Dookie game where the guy just nicked him on the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
And they showed it on replay, and then he shot the ball about a second later and gave him the basket. Gave him 3 shots is what they did. It was late in the game, crucial play. But then again, you know, sometimes when you slow it down, it's a little easier to see.
Yeah.
16 turnovers.
And the Bruins, by the way, have 16 turnovers in the game to 20 for the Canes. And a 3-point play completed by Jones. So Jones, the freshman, comes up with the big bucket, cuts the lead to 3.
The Bruins are going for the steal by reaching in and playing defense with their hands and arms rather than with their feet.
And you and I know. I say you taught me this years ago when we first started in basketball. You asked me, said, do you play defense with your feet or your hands? I said, well, your hands. Of course, it says, nope. Do it with your feet.
You got to do it with your feet. And the Canes, Tim, really had a 3-on-1.
Jones has just lit it up here. She's got
and tied the game up, Tim.
Yes, tied it at 45. She's got 2 twos, a 3, and
like you guys jumping up and hollering here. We got the Dookies over there kind of in a la-la land.
I see you incited them to riot. See, we were doing a whole lot better till you leave the sleeping dog lies. With here's the replay of that basket by Jones. Now she's had 2 threes in a row. One was the natural 3.
Yeah, that's 6 points, boom, 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 like that, Tim, and that'll.
And the traditional 3 where you get a 2 and a foul.
And you see Alan Davis and his lovely wife there in the stands, and you know that AG is going to be sitting close to him, as close as he can get.
And why is that, Bob?
See, right behind those. Hey, AG's no dummy. He knows who the boss is. If I could understand him,
I was waiting for you because I had no idea. Poor Scotty, we're picking on our director tonight because he's got a bad case of the croup or something.
No, I tell you, he's if he were to yell as loud as he could.
Oh, I've been there. I know that one. You wouldn't hear it.
Still wouldn't hear him.
All right, 45 all. The Canes, a reach-in foul on Jones.
That was a tough foul because he was really out of position.
Yeah, but that was a good call. He got her. She got her.
I know, but the official up here is the one that should have caught it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I always have a little bit of problem with that when the official who's got the perfect view doesn't call it. But it was a foul. And Jones picks up her 4th.
Well, Tim, one more. They're going to be in the double bonus.
Clements at the free throw line. Her first trip there tonight. This will be a 1-and-1. And she misses the front and clearly will not get the bonus. So tied at 45. The Bruins back in it. Loose ball and a tie-up. That'll possession arrow will belong to the Canes. With 3:56 to go in regulation. 45 all. You know, we talked about it. Seesaw it back and forth. Canes won the first period. Bruins won the second. Canes won the third.
Well, then.
See how it's going to fly here.
Yeah.
Player of the game to be decided. It's a little too close at this point. Oh, nice job by Asia Carroll, and then a travel. That's a shame. Good call. Got a little excited and got out of control. Put the ball up and went in, but she took steps before. Good call by the officials.
This press of the Bruins is really bothering Steele.
And we got a foul. This one's going to go against Tara Williams.
Well, then that means after this shot, then everything's going to be a 1-on-1 for the Bruins too now, right?
See, they did a good job. The Bruins played good defense and didn't foul, and they only have 9 team fouls, and they had 7 almost a full period ago. These are crucial free throws, and the first is good by Ashley Faison, her first trip there. That gives the Bruins a 1-point lead with 3:49 to go. And misses the second. So 1 out of 2, and the Bruins lead by 1. Double teaming the ball, and a foul will be called. Contact made, Asia Carroll.
And that's the 2 shots, a double bonus, isn't it?
Yep. Double bonus, 10 fouls against the team. Will send the Canes to the free throw line for 2. Every foul that from this point on will be a 2-shot foul. And a timeout has been called.
Coming up for the Bruins, they will play February the 6th. They play at home and host the Phantoms. Then on the 9th, they go to Menchville. On the 13th, they go to Warwick. And then they come back here on a Thursday, the 15th, which is the last game of the season, and they host the Denby Patriots. So 4 more games after this one for the before they go into the tournament.
3:42 is the time remaining here as you look through the stands at the fans in attendance. Good crowd on hand and still coming in. Again, this game videotaped on the 2nd of February, 2001. About 5 days after my Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl.
Well, you know what I told somebody about 4 weeks ago? They said, who you pulling for? I said, you go with the team that's got the defense. And both of the 2 teams with the defense made it to the finals. And then the one with the best defense won it. There was no doubt about that. What a defense. Whew.
A lot of people didn't care for that game, but I did. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, me too. All right, Tara Williams at the free throw line ties it at 46. And again, that 10-team foul situation causes problems because the Bruins will be giving 2 shots on every foul, so they have to be very careful. We got substitutions in the game. For Faison is Jones.
Natasha coming in.
Natasha Jones back in, Faison out.
The freshman.
She's a good ball handler for a freshman. You know, that's the nucleus for your team. You got to have someone. There's a good job on defense, and Williams has done a good job all night long.
Well, you can't hold the ball down there until you got to get it out quick.
Bruins catch a break because they own the possession arrow, so they won't lose the ball. They are down by a point. Asia Carroll, a nice spin move. And again, an errant pass, stumbling for the ball, a tie-up, and that'll give the ball back to the Canes. Both of these teams getting a little testy.
Yeah, well, there's a lot on the line.
Well, and I like the aggressiveness. There's nothing. I mean, nothing.
They're very serious about this game.
Oh yeah, they're playing a very physical game. I like to see that intensity.
And how many fouls does Natasha Jones have, Tim?
She has 4.
That's why she's not in there except on offense.
All right, with the ball and a 1-point lead. This is Danielle Rogers, left wing for Tara Williams. Now she spots her teammate in the middle. That is Bailey, and Bailey loses it out of bounds. Got a little help. No foul called.
And you see who comes in with the stoppage of the clock in Bethel on offense.
There in your picture, Natasha Jones.
Well, and see, and that's smart on Patricia because she's got 4 fouls. Don't try, don't mess her up and have her play defense and maybe pick up that 5th foul. She's your point guard out there.
2:40 left. And now the Bruins will call for time. And Coach Callaway has a couple of things to say to the players, coaching all the time.
Well, they kept moving their offense further out towards the half-court line, Tim, and that really is hard to run an offense from that far out. And I'm sure she's saying, listen, let's get into our offense. Let's get the ball down there a little closer to the basket. And let's work it around and get a good shot. We're 1 point down. Plenty of time. They foul us. We go to the foul line at least with the 1-and-1.
2:36 left in regulation.
Dwight Robinson on the other side is saying, you gals are doing a great job. Their pressure defense, half-court pressure defense, has really stymied a lot of the Bruins' offensive flow. But a lot of their offensive flow is hurting because they're missing 3 starters, too. Talking about the Bruins. And we hope that these young ladies get better quick. And that's, of course, Veronica Johnson, who is sophomore. She'll be back next year. Amber Dorsey is also a sophomore. She'll be back next year. She should be back in the next game. And Amanda Walker is a senior. Maybe she'll be ready for the tournament.
All right. Down by a point. Jones got Augustin on the right wing. This is she with the ball.
Getting a little bumping out there.
A little bit of contact, but no foul. No blood, no harm. Jones, left wing. Asia Carroll could have been called for traveling, got away with one perhaps. And then not a particularly good pass or a good shot, but a break for the Bruins.
Well, you're trying to get the 5th foul on Burke, which is, again, not a bad strategy to use.
Inbounds to Carroll. 2:08 to go. And a blocking foul. Good call.
Excellent call.
That'll be on Williams. That's just her 2nd, and that will create a 1-and-1. Crucial free throws now.
To mention one of the better free throw shooters on this Bruin team, Tim, but the key to this is you can get that first one.
Watch the replay here. You're going to see.
And you can see her just kind of stick her leg out.
Yeah. Good call by the official. Official done a good job tonight. This has been a well-officiated game. As good as I've seen. Can't get the first, don't get the bonus. Crucial free throw miss. Crowd wanted a traveling call, won't get it. A minute 45 to go.
The Canes don't really have to make it. They don't have to do any offense.
Steal. Loose ball. Good job. Good heads-up play by Angie Cunningham to kick the ball out to a teammate. Nice feed. Oh, a partial block. Good job on the block by Burke. And now the Heritage Hurricanes have a break. Can't get the shot. Stick back is good.
That's where Burke kills you.
Well, that is Bailey, actually.
Oh, that Bailey. That's right.
But Bailey on the left side of the basket got that easy stick back. And we've got a travel call against the Bruins. So they'll give the ball back down by 3. 1:08 to go. And a foul. You can't be that aggressive.
Well, you really can't. But you can't let a lot of time go off the clock either. You're down by 3.
No, but she had position. All she had to do was just kind of hover over her, and then instead she lunged at her and caused the contact. So I'm not criticizing her, but she had the right idea. She just got a little carried away. And now timeout called by the Bruins. So 1:06 in a game that was rapidly moving has rapidly slowed down on us here. Now you see one of the young fans in attendance. Angela's little sister?
Somebody's little sister.
Somebody's little sister.
Asia Carroll's little sister.
Okay.
You see what she's doing already. Got the basketball in her hand.
That's how you do it. Well, Bob, have we got a player of the game that we want to come up with here? All right. All right. So we're going to have co-players of the game. And good job by both of these young ladies. Natasha Jones will get one of our Players of the Game award, and Tamisha Augustin. I hope I pronounced her last name correctly. Isn't it Augustin? I hope it is, because if it hasn't, I'm going to hear it. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right. No good by Bailey on the first of 2. There's Findolf Taylor.
Wow. He knows who's the main guy is here tonight, too.
Both free throws missed by Bailey, so that allows an opportunity now for the Bruins. In the lane, jumper is good by Simmons. Mimi Simmons makes it a 1-point game. 53 seconds. Full court pressure. Canes get it in, but they've got to get across that timeline. They finally do.
See, Jones has got to be careful because she's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, but it's getting to the point now where you got to throw caution to the wind. You just got to aggressively go after the ball. They've got a loose ball and a jump ball, and the possession arrow belongs to the Bruins with 33.8 seconds to go. So this one far from over. Down by 1 point. Just pick the ball up. You got plenty of time. Acting like she only had like 3 seconds before she had to shoot. Spot the open player. Jones.
Oh,
Simmons
nice.
got it.
Mimi.
Simmons with the stick in. A 1-point lead. The Canes. Clock 13 seconds. Got to play good D. 9 seconds. They throw the ball away.
And that really, coach, I'm sure, wanted to get time out.
4.9 seconds remaining. Bruins by 1 point, and they will have the ball to inbound. Good job by the Bruins. Nice stick back by Mimi Simmons.
But you know, you were right. The Hurricanes won the first and the third quarters, and they did handily. But the second and the fourth, the Bruins seem to come alive.
And there are your little Dookies. There's their sign, WHCS, soon to be 13-1. They're talking about the boys team. We'll have that game for you right here on Channel 46. Bethel and Heritage coming up on Channel 46. Ball will be at midcourt. 4.9 seconds remaining. A 1-point lead for the Bruins. Bruins and the Canes are both over the limit. So any foul committed on the Bruins, and I would suspect that Coach Robinson has told his girls, foul somebody,
you got to foul them,
run the clock out.
But what you got to do, Tim, also is you got to throw the ball at your end of the court.
And wait a minute, we got the buzzer. Buzzer going off, and timekeeper says, my fault, my fault. So we're set to go. Jones, and Jones is fouled with 3 seconds remaining. So now the freshman will be called upon to go to the free throw line. She'll have 1 and 1. Much like the Duke North Carolina game last night.
Oh, man.
If he had missed the second free throw, they did make it, but it almost allowed Duke enough time to make that long
Well, if
shot.
Battier had not gone for the steal and just played defense, the big guy would never have shot from there.
Right. But the point I was making is he could have missed the free throw with 1.2 seconds. But good free throw there by Miss Jones, our co-player of the game in a clutch situation. She has 11 points unofficially in the contest. 3 deuces, a 3, and a couple of free throws, and none would be more important than these right here. Lead by 2, can make it 3. Misses it, but that's okay because the Canes have to go the length of the floor. And a buzzer shot, no, and the Bruins will win the ball game.
What a game, what a game. Congratulations to our 2 players of the game, Tamisha and Natasha.
That's Augustin and Jones to you. And again, we want to thank our corporate sponsors tonight. The game brought to you by Zooms with 6 convenient Peninsula locations and brought to you in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home. The final score again, Bethel 51 and Heritage 49. For Bob Pence and Bob Killen, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.